Hey everyone, so this is the quick video where I'm going to summarize all the topics that we have covered under Spring Boot admin server. During the review and this small video, let's try to remember that what all you have implemented your own and what you have practiced and what you remembered. Okay, and if you are missing something, just go through and revise that or put that in comment section if there is any confusion. Okay, so let's start the summary part here. So we have this Spring Boot admin server. So first thing we did, we set up a Spring Boot admin server and show the user interface how it looks like. Then with this Spring Boot admin server, we registered our product microservices, and this is all the actuator endpoints that were exposed in the product microservice. We were able to see all the information in the Spring Boot admin server with a nice user interface. And we also covered some useful features like how we can change the log labels at runtime and see the things appearing in the product microservices itself. So this is the very cool feature that I find very helpful at the time of debugging of any issue that is coming in production, and we do not have to restart the application and again. All the thing that I have to do is go to Spring Boot admin server and change the log label, and when analysis is done, just switch it to the previous state that it was. After doing this, we also show the notification part. If any new application is coming and getting registered with the Spring Boot admin server, we are now able to get the notification. And if any application is going down, we are getting the notification. So we do not have to go to the dashboard, Spring Boot admin dashboard, and check again and again. We are getting the notification for that. Next thing, we also show the how we can persist the data. So usually when you are running Spring Boot admin server, everything is in memory. So when the server is crashed or there is any problem, all the data will be lost. The history and all those things I have explained what is the actual use case. And this is, and the most important thing is, it is very easy to do, not very difficult. So we use Hazelcast to persist this one. Okay. And the next one, we saw the UI customization also. When you use the inbuilt Spring Boot starter admin, it has its generic name. And if I want to hide some of the tabs, if I want to rename something as per our requirement, as per our the product or company logo branding that I want to put, I was able to do with the UI customization part. So this is all topic that I already have covered, but there is still one important thing pending, that is security. So this Spring Boot admin server has lots of sensitive information and we do not want to expose it to the public. We want only authorized users are only allowed to see it. So under security also we have two parts. First is security of the server itself, that no one is able to access if he or she doesn't have access for that. And the second is the client who are getting registered with the Spring Boot admin server itself. So sometimes we have multiple microservices for some of the services. I do not want to expose all the actuator endpoints, but specific one. So how we can do that? So this security part of the client and server, I'm going to cover later in the series, when we have covered security of the individual microservices itself and couple of topics. Okay, what is next that we are going to cover here? So if you come here under project, this repository here, GitHub, all the codes are present here, you can see. And online shopping portal, if you click on this, you will get this link here, proper link here. Admin server, we have product microservices here, and topic wise documentation is here. If you want to go through the playlist, you can start it from here and end it. So Spring Boot admin topic start with this topic number 12.12345 here. So I'm just subtopics, you can say that, so that you know that it belongs to the same set of these are the same set of videos that you have to see. Okay, so this is what I have tried my best to do it. And if you want to jump between the topics, you go ahead and search individual things that you want to hear and go and see that video directly here. So under product microservice, we have covered a lot here. Still we have these 2-3 topics here which are very important. So we have integrating circuit breaker, we have Swagger documentation, and securing the endpoints. These are the videos of next couple of these are topics for the next couple of videos. Okay, and then we will move further with the further topics about this one. That's all about this video. So one last request to all of you who are watching this video, and if you're finding this useful and you think that it is helping you, so please do subscribe the channel and share these videos with others as well. It helps a lot and it motivates me to put more effort and create more content like this. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, stay safe, bye bye.